Okay. Um, this is the pathetic life of these perps and what they try to break me down with, and the things they try to use to validate themselves. As I was about to make this video, I could hear this perp talk say, "You're calm, man," and this, like, the things they say to try to disorient me. And I don't know if they ever think that I'll be like, okay, you make sense. You make sense. You're not just trying to negate this. They would talk about random things. So let me just start by saying this. I'm a target individual. And if you watch a lot of my videos, you see some random um, videos about what's happening in regard of like what I'm experiencing and the things they do. And you have videos like that, right? As a target individual, what's happening is I am a target individual dealing with V2K. It's terrible because that means my thought process and my brain is just hacked and manipulated in however shape and ways they want me to have. The things they do is so disturbing and disgusting, and it's very it's meant to break you down psychologically. It's basically like a psychological warfare. On top of that, I'm also dealing with what they do to my body. This weapon system that they're using onto me is really damaging me psychologically and also physically. My organs are being damaged, and I'm being, I'm slowly losing my health, and you'll get to the point of the end. But before that, my purpose is to ensure that I never, first of all, I help others to not get lost into the ways that just try to break you down. And this trash living life doing what they do, I want them to eat the reality of what they're part of, not the fantasized things they put together. They live life negating, creating storylines and things, and really want you as a target individual to identify with how your brain is being manipulated. They use these clowns who don't respect themselves. Because first of all, they at this point understand that, yeah, we'll never identify with this. You guys are just retards trying to push this disgustingness onto me. Today, what's happening is they're forcing me to have sexual reaction toward children, from little kids to older kids, and it's so nasty. And they utilize these children. I call them retards. I don't even call them children at this point. Because these childlike people really live off how my brain is manipulated. You see, these teenagers wanting to be seen by me, so they can then play with my brain, manipulate my brain into have some kind of reaction, some kind of sexual stimulation of some sort. If you like, this is why I have videos. Like, I have my body cam, and you should see it. This, like, they really look at me like as if, okay, look at me, so they can do this, and I'm forced to get sexual stimulation immediately via this technology that can alter your brain this way, and they want to be seen. But you see who's looking at me? So some little nothing teenager kids of all sorts, disgusting trash, retards. There's one kid that came out of this apartment not too long ago. Actually, it was a while ago, and she just walked out of the apartment that she's in. I swear she looked like she was mentally handicapped. She wasn't. She was just pretending to be like that. She was acting a certain way. And she walked up, and actually, thankfully, that helped snap me out of this manipulation that my brain was forced to be experiencing. They were trying to make me look at this kid's legs in this way. It's like, yeah, it's retard looking. And this is what they do. So it forced me to have sexual stimulation towards kids of all ages, even little girls to older kids, right? Or older girls, like older teenage kids to babies. So nasty. And then they try to find ways to validate this manipulation. Like, no, that's you. And then they come up with whatever storylines they can, and they just pick whatever they can use to try to validate themselves. What they always go back to, like, what they pierce the resistance, like I said, is me in 2014 following this girl who I thought was an adult, Ocean, because she looked older than her age. They all hold on to it like as if it's just like, you see, that's proof you're attracted to trash. And you should see these kids that they're going to use to frame me, some childlike retard. It's disgusting. Because, by the way, yes, they tell me they're going to frame me. Which teenage retards? And these retards, really think they're like just daring. We're just daring. We're going to dare that you say, we're going to dare to say that you raped us. And they're thanking us. They trash it. They're thanking you for sacrificing your retarded damn self. These governmental entities running this program, first of all, have an issue with pedophilia that's surreal. So they get destroyed by the reality of that every day. They can't even say a man who used to pick up kids as young as 14 years old. They have to say in a fashion that is just so mistakeful. It's nasty. So for me, what they do is just try to find whatever they can to make me accept it. No, we're not manipulating you. That's you. You see, teenager, that's you. And so they bring in even this person. Now you can see this. This is some fitness model. I remember following her when she was like somewhere in some country in Africa, and she's very curvaceous. Matter of fact, as I was trying to pick this like picture, there's pictures of her before she acquired this curves. So when she was kind of still skinny, and they were trying to force me to get sexual stimulation. There's like that's obviously not what at the point where I start following her, because I follow her, and I'm gonna be honest. Of course, I like curvaceous women, and that's why I follow her. And she has curves that I was interested into, and I'm not perfect. I'm not gonna stand here that I'm perfect. No, I like curvaceous women, and she's a fitness model, and she shows her working out, and yes, I'm not. That this is true. And they're like, it's funny how they're like, "Are you perfect?" It's like, no, like every other man. Yes, when I see women with curves, I find them interesting. But they're using her because she's like some young adult fitness model, and they're like, "Oh, you see, she's young, huh?" And they start not bringing up these retards of children to, to and say that this validation that me following some fitness model that look like that is the proof. And so the reason why I was talking about when I was looking at this, this when I was looking at this fitness model, there's pictures of her which look like maybe she's not yet an adult, or maybe she's 18 or something like that, but she doesn't have. She's skinny. She's before. It's like the before and after. Like she's before she acquired this curve. So I can't tell. But they were forcing me stimulation there. It's like, oh, this because at that point is she even an adult at this point? I don't even know. But I followed her when she was already a fitness model. I think at that point she was like even in some kind of foreign country in Africa or something like that. And so they try to use that as their validation. So you see, she's like I don't know if she's like maybe 20 years old or something like that. It's like, no, that's not validation. It's like your validation is somebody who's a fitness model who literally is making money based on her physique. It's crazy. And like, no, you see, but she's young. It's like these people are so clown-like and trashy and retarded, and they try to frustrate me into. So I accept like subscribing to this. If you saw this retard that they shake that that's in front of me, I can't even believe they can. And right now they're making me think of some retard. It's crazy. Target video. One thing I want to do is I hope my videos helps. I know sometimes it's hard to articulate what happens to me, especially right now. My brain is really, really fatigued, and I'm having issue even speaking. But I want to make sure that everything that's happening to me, I speak it. This program is using us target individuals as test subject. They are doing horrible things to our bodies and our mind, and it seems like they even hype themselves up to make you feel like you're the vilified, like they vilify the target individual, and they do that to even women and children. and then try to make themselves feel like they're protecting communities, and this is what you deserve, and this, and when in truth is this trash are low life bottom feeders working for pedophiles. And they're even using fitness models as the validation on how they manipulate your brain today when you see kids. They have no shame. Zero. And right now they're just forcing me to get sexual stimulation on this woman, but the older picture when she's not even having the curves yet. These clowns are disgusting, and they tell me I'm finished because I'm gonna be framed. It's like I'll be framed by people who are involved in the program that torture women and children, ran by pedophiles, and using fitness models as the validation on how they manipulate you. So I can just stay strong and see this low life for what they are.